Alright guys, we are here in the art district of downtown LA at our retro market, and let's just show you what we got here going on.
We'll just walk around.
Yeah. So it's very we got our starter typewriter over there, but
Should we start with the typewriter? Get
yeah,
a close up of it.
let's do it. So
what year do you think this is from?
That's
Ooh.
awesome. Does it say?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say 1909.
You're saying what? When are you saying?
1909.
1909. Why so specific?
I thought 1912.
1912.
It's in my head. It just looks like 1909.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Very interesting. But like
That was my guess. We'll see if we can find out.
this over here looks like my area because it just looks like nerdy.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nerdy. Oh, we even got like RoboCop over there. The Thing.
Star Wars.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
For anyone who doesn't know, I am
I
the
don't.
biggest Spider-Man nerd.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
And so
What is this character?
this is Lizard, okay? And I have every intention of not picking that up, or otherwise I will be forced to buy it. So that's my life. Ooh, Han Solo and Frozen in Carbonite. Yes. And we have him over here, and his like
Oh, that's in the
other.
Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have the Millennium Falcon, and over here we got Boba Fett. We get more modern
Star Wars. I do
toys. Retro toys are so interesting. Did you guys ever see the Toys That Made Us?
No, is it like the movies?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I love.
And it even goes into like the cartoons that were made with it. Yeah.
And there's some T-shirts, a Spider-Man
Yeah.
T-shirt, the Spider-Man T-shirt.
Oh, I'm gonna come back for some of these. I'm gonna come back.
Maybe we'll find
Okay.
some.
We'll find our
Ooh.
outfit here.
Yes, definitely. I see we have some film stock over here.
Oh yeah.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
Film
I love
negatives.
real film.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love them. Like that when you had to do things. Yeah. Like the real way.
Yeah.
And they made them into these art pieces. That's
Yeah.
the Torn Curtain. That's like a lesser known
Okay.
Hitchcock movie.
Okay.
And then Star Trek.
Hi. This
Oh,
is.
the Alice in Wonderland one's kind of cool.
Oh.
There's the
Oh.
Godfather
Okay.
part
Cool.
too.
She said, "Feel free to pick anything up so we can get a closer look at stuff."
Is that the Pink Panther?
The Godfather Part 2.
Oh.
Why did I think it's the Pink Panther? What am I talking about?
It's either the
It's 'cause it looks
Godfather
pink.
or the Pink Panther.
Either. Yeah.
And then for all the Cooper fans, here's for
Oh, I love
Eyes Wide Shut.
Shut.
Wow.
Nicole Kidman in that. I love.
Fantastic.
What do you think of film negatives?
Film negative. So,
How
for
do you feel
me,
about that?
Is it
so for
Artifact
me,
for you?
they're not artifacts for me because Spin likes to shoot on film.
Yeah.
So I've done some film stuff,
Oh, that's
and
really
we
cool.
actually have a place in Ventura that we go to get his films developed. But honestly, it's very funny because the cost to shoot on film versus just to shoot digitally are very comparable. They're very close. They're very close to the same
Really?
cost.
Oh, it's
yeah.
changed then.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, I'm trying to remember in film school, I think it used to cost about $100 a minute, and that was about 25
Wow.
years ago for cheap film stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's changed. There's a lot more. There's less demand. It's more of a nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be so fun to shoot like a noir.
Yes, for sure. We have some. This is your red camera, right? And then here we have. I don't know. Sorry. I want to see. Blood Diamond. Oh, we got Indiana Jones. there. Over here.
This might be good for Meredith.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're looking for costumes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we're looking for 70s.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
really
we're
good.
looking for
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like desert, summer,
Yeah.
Is this your shop?
Yeah.
Awesome.
it is my shop.
We're live doing research for our film that's set in the 70s. Do you have any fun facts about 70s fashion, perhaps? And you can tell us your shop name and stuff and where we can find you.
I have this really cool book here, and it goes through like all the ages, like all the eras.
Fantastic.
So, fun facts about the 70s. I don't know. I just bell bottoms. That's
Bell
all I can
bottoms.
say. I love bell bottoms.
If you
You have a great look right now.
Yeah.
Little retro.
Yeah.
Retro 70s.
Very good vibes. Very good vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us, so I'm sorry, I'm Jordan,
Jordan, Caitlin.
Caitlin, and tell us a little bit about your shop and why this is important for you.
It's super important to upcycle, recycle. I mainly got into it to save the environment and help like not only the environment but people as well, like workers in the fashion industry. And I want to end fast fashion. That's super important to me.
Yeah.
So Prolong Vintage is the name of my brand.
Fantastic.
And I usually am in a fashion truck.
Oh, so this is different for you, being
It
like a
is
physical place.
Pop-up place.
Yeah.
So it's a time traveling van for the traveling stranger.
Very fun. And so people can find you on Instagram, I assume.
Yep.
And what's your handle on Instagram that they
Prolong_vintage.
Prolong_vintage. Awesome. We'll make sure to tag you in our post later and everything. But thank you for bringing such interesting things.
This just called out my name, so
Yeah.
I'm going to maybe think about this for our shoot.
Yeah. Fantastic. Oh,
Yeah, that's very
very fun. These sandals are what's caught my eye. Just being super colorful.
Those too, yeah.
And when you think about like the hippie vibe and stuff, you're like, okay, those are some true, yes, some groovy
I'm all
vibes.
about the colors.
Yes,
I want people to break away from the neutrals.
yes.
Kind of pop out. So.
That's very interesting because there is a lot more neutral colors of like browns and yellows in the 1970 like color palettes when you look into it and stuff. So like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
like the material too. Like everything has a higher quality.
I don't know. I look at that and all I feel is like my nipple is like hurting.
I know. That
Yeah.
was a 70s
I don't know.
thing.
I just any like knit fabric. I'm just like, oh, I don't know if that's gonna go well.
I think it's
So
because we're so used to wearing so much over them,
yeah.
right? It's like the free love.
Yeah.
Free burn the bra.
Right. That's a good question. Are we gonna have any bra burnings? I have a couple in mind that I think I could do.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
can throw here and there. That
Yeah.
no longer
Yes. Let's do it. Awesome.
I always get the one where like the wire part starts popping out.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Gotta get rid of them.
oh my goodness. Yeah, fantastic.
You can try it on in the bathroom.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You're gonna try it on? Maybe.
Do it.
I might check out this
Okay.
one. There's something you might
Yeah. I see C3PO and ET over here, so yes. I am very intrigued in these things. Got your vintage. Hi. Is this your shop?
Yeah, me and my partner.
Awesome. So I'm with a film, and we're doing research. That's why we're here at this retro event. I see you have our film is set in the 1970s. I see you have like 3PO, which is like a 70s film that came out then. Do you have anything that would be like worth noting here from the 1970s by chance? Or yourself have any fun facts about?
70s.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a bunch of clothes from the 70s. We've had TV shows and movies that are set in the 70s, like come to our store and like, you know, like pick out a bunch of stuff beyond the show.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
And you guys are Yes Baby Vintage?
Yeah, Yes Baby Vintage. We're in Burbank at Magnolia.
Oh, Magnolia, fantastic! I love your guys. I love Magnolia Street in general. You guys have
there's like 7 vintage stores and like 5 antique stores.
Fantastic. Some water.
Don't want to lose them at the room.
So why did you guys start this vintage store? Are you guys like just big historians and just enjoy the vintage style, or?
No, I'm an actor, comedian, and my partner was doing vet work, and she also kind of had like a lifelong dream of having a vintage store. And so when we met like a week before the pandemic.
Okay.
And then so the pandemic hit, she moved in like right away, and she's like, hey, since you're not working right now, like, why don't we just start selling some stuff online a little bit, like clothes?
Yeah.
Huh?
I must agree with
So
you.
we started selling stuff, like clothes online. That was moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we started selling furniture, like picking it up off the street, buying stuff online for cheap and flipping it. And yeah, pretty soon my whole garage was full of furniture.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then the landlord said, you have 3 days to get everything out, or you gotta move out. So then we got a storage shed, and then we got the biggest storage shed possible. And then they told me I couldn't fix furniture there, so I was like, what do we do? And she was like, why don't we just get a store? We'll probably get it for cheap.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic, and then now we have a store.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me, and we'll definitely make sure to tag you guys. And I'm really loving these disco earrings here that you guys have.
Cool,
So
yeah.
yeah, fantastic. Oh my goodness, the sunglasses are everything. Oh, which ones did you get?
They're heart.
Oh, ooh, very fun. Oh my god, the fuzzy ones though.
I know, those are crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely wear them to like a rave.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Oh my goodness. So, music. Hello. I would love a tiny typewriter. Fantastic. I'm live with Four Widows. We're a 1970s film doing research right now. That's why we're here tonight. I'm MJ. Nice to meet you.
I'm Brian.
Brian, would you like to tell us any interesting facts about typewriters and any of their significance, maybe if they were still really being used in the 1970s and
They were, as a
yeah.
matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, so this one would still have been used in the 70s. This
Okay.
is from about 15 or 20 years prior. This one was owned by Tom Hanks. That's his signature right there.
My goodness.
And so yeah, you can actually see my work here.
Okay.
There are 100 typewriter portraits I've done for people all over the world. If
Fantastic.
you want to talk about the 1970s,
Yeah.
this Adler would be one. This is actually the one from the movie The Shining,
The Shining. Okay, so like
shot in the 70s.
okay.
It's a huge machine. It's
Yeah.
really big typewriter. But like they would look like that. They were a little bit boxy. This is late 60s. These two would be from about the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, typewriters definitely around. And actually a lot of manual typewriters like this one.
Okay.
they were kind of getting phased out because in the 1960s, IBM created the IBM Selectric.
Okay.
It looked like that. That's
Okay.
a Selectric, that one.
Yeah, when they start kind of getting a bit boxier.
Very
Yeah.
boxy. And the electric, right? So you plugged it in, and instead of having all of these keys in it,
Okay.
there was a ball about the size of a golf ball. And the ball had all of the keys on it, and a little computer control inside the typewriter would spin this ball and slam it on the paper. And that revolutionized typewriters because you could type so much faster now.
Okay.
It's much faster than the manual typewriters. So every business, every office building in the 70s would have had like a Selectric.
Okay, interesting. And so you do portraits of typewriters. That's not like, or do you sell typewriters? What is?
Yeah, I
Okay.
draw portraits of typewriters, ironically, on an iPad with an Apple Pencil. I do them digitally, and then I print them out as you see here.
Okay.
Or I've made them into posters. This is the largest one I've ever done.
Wow.
This is a one of one.
So what is your fascination with typewriters? Why did you like feel this like drawn to them?
Yeah, so I was born in the 70s, but
Okay.
that was too late for a career in journalism, I found.
Ah.
And when I started my career in journalism in the year 2000, I fell in love with the idea of doing my job, but with a typewriter,
Yeah.
you know, just on my laptop, kind of typing away. Very romantic notion of a lot of novelists and writers that came before me. And I took that love to starting to buy typewriters, so I own technically 5, 3 that work.
3 that work.
And this one I'm borrowing tonight, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of where it all started.
That's fantastic. Yeah, there is a bit of a novelty, just this one, like the clicking and the clacking and
Yeah, for sure.
the ding, like you just, with Dolly Parton's like using it as an instrument, and they did it like even before then as well on like the variety shows that you could find like people using typewriters kind of as an instrument because there's just this sound that's satisfying with them.
Yeah.
And so that's also interesting that you're like, I love these typewriters, but I'm going to draw them on an iPad. So, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
How did you come? Like, where did you work? How were you able to get Tom Hanks' typewriter for tonight?
Yeah, so this actually lives at the shop here,
Okay.
the Typewriter Connection.
Okay.
Tom gifted this to Aaron,
Okay.
who runs Typewriter Connection. Tom's actually gifted typewriters to a lot of typewriter repairmen and people all over who
Okay.
are keeping the typewriters alive and functioning
Right.
and running and that sort of thing. So, so just Tom's been a really great fan of typewriters and kind of dedicated to their preservation because these things are all antiques.
Yeah, and they are kind of like the beginning of the laptop a little bit because keyboard and being able to have something in your home that allows you to create with your own self rather than needing like print and newspaper kind of stuff and rolling it out and all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
It revolutionized the way that people wrote and how many people wrote.
Okay.
Laptop typewriters were around since the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
I own one from 1907. It's very small. Actually, it looks like that,
Okay.
except it's black. Actually, the one in the upper left looks exactly like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even as early as 1907, they would have these things in little cases, and you could go on a bus with it. You could go, anywhere.
Wow.
And it really, helped revolutionize the office culture where anybody could work anywhere.
Yeah, you don't really think about a typewriter being able to be used on a bus. Like I do picture like this,
Like the
or
huge ones, yeah.
the big ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm noticing something that's kind of catching my eye. This typewriter here.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that because
Okay.
that looks more like a broken down like concept piece, or is it like is it like an actual like typewriter kind of like?
No, you're not far off.
Oh, okay.
That's called a Blickensderfer. It's from
Okay.
Germany. And that particular model is from, I believe, early 1900s, late 1800s. So between 1895 and 1905.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'll notice that they didn't quite figure out a few things that we knew eventually.
Yeah.
Like, you'll notice there's only 3 banks of keys instead of 4.
Yes.
So today's keyboards, even for computers, you have the numbers on the top row.
Right.
They didn't quite figure out that would have been real handy, so the numbers are actually on the letter keys on the top row.
Oh.
Makes it a little tricky to switch between letters and numbers.
Right.
We're typing a lot. You'll also see that on the one I mentioned earlier. The Corona only has 3 banks. This one only has 3 banks. So this one has 3 banks.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's another interesting one as well.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks elevated.
Yeah, it's what is that? No, that's an Imperial portable. So that's Imperial. So guess what? It's British.
Oh.
Because everything Imperial was British.
Yeah,
Early
yeah.
1900s, late 1800s. Yeah, that one's a super complicated machine.
Wow.
Didn't last too long in the market. You know, once they started getting lighter and more compact and more reliable.
Yeah.
Of course, the old ones, went by the wayside.
So do you think that there's a significance to keeping the typewriter alive? Because we obviously have all this technology now that's lighter, more durable. Keys don't get stuck as easily. So do you think that there's really a reason to kind of keep these alive and keeping them running?
I absolutely do. So I work as a professional writer.
Okay.
So I most of the time write on a computer keyboard. But tonight I'm here actually writing poetry on here. And in terms of the sheer art of writing, a keyboard doesn't get me in the same mindset as a typewriter does.
Okay.
There's something about how hard I have to work to hit the keys. There's something about the immediacy of knowing that my words are there and I can't erase them. It's like speaking to someone where I can't take back what I just said because you've heard it. That's the kind of effect that a typewriter has, and I feel that when I write poetry for people, it's a very personal experience. I write about them. And so I want that personal experience to come out of me through the tool as much as possible. Now, I did mention I do a lot of my art with an Apple Pencil. I also do art with a pen. I do a lot of black and white drawings you can see on my table. That's immediacy too. When I draw something in pen, I can't erase it. It's there.
Right.
Warts and all. So,
it kind of makes you, like, for myself, even doing arts and stuff, it's like that want to be perfect because you can't take it back is a little bit more present.
100%.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and you can tell people where to find you and what your name is. So,
sure.
Yeah.
You can find me everywhere as The Type and Pint. I'm on Instagram. I'm sort of on Facebook. You can find me there. Also, if you go to my website, thetypingpint.com, you can find all of my artwork, and you can actually order a poem for yourself that I will type on the typewriter.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much for talking with me tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Definitely going to show a little bit more of your artwork here. So, awesome.
Yeah.
This is your...
all different kinds. You can
Oh
take
my
it
goodness.
out.
This is it right here, Millennium Falcon, right?
It's all Han Solo quotes with the 1941 Royal Typewriter.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome. I'm too much of a nerd, so this is like perfect. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. There's
Ed Scissorhands, we got Beetlejuice in the house.
Alrighty. Alright. So I'm seeing signs for our typewriter sale up here, a movie lounge, and I think let's go check out the typewriters because we just talked with it. So.
The royal. Wow. Right on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was really nice.
This guy, let me tell you about this one. He's over 100 years old.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Please play with typewriters.
By over 100, you mean like crossing over 100 years or what?
No. So like early turn of the century.
It is an important and popular fact that things are not always what they seem. For instance, on the planet Earth, man had always assumed that he was the most intelligent creature on the planet, when in reality, he was only the third most. Because of course, the dolphins, who were curiously enough, had long known of the impending destruction of planet Earth.
And it's extremely heavy.
I believe that is a line from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is a great film.
So this one came from a town.
And these tiny little cameras here.
Very, very cool machine. Awesome. All right. Are you guys gonna walk around a bit? You want to get it now? It's heavy, so we're gonna walk around. I'll walk around now. Okay. You want to just get it now? Because like, and then, or the you're gonna walk around. Let me, let's see. These cards. You can do demos as well.
This fantastic little fun space. There's a movie lounge. Hey guys.
I'm sorry I left the live stream, but I
It's
bought
okay.
a shirt.
You bought a shirt. We'll have to show it in the light. What are we playing here?
We were trying to figure out what it is. So there's John Cusack and Joan Cusack.
Okay.
I don't recognize it yet.
Okay.
I think they're playing brother and sister. Which is, they are brother and sister.
Awesome.
Can anyone else tell me this?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen this.
This is a great space.
Yeah.
Movie lounge. I kind of like that it's on silent. So you
Yeah.
just
Just kind of chill.
Silent movie era, but
Yeah.
not so silent.
Yes.
With just the sounds of the market.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'll have to look this up. I don't know what this is.
If someone knows what it is, please feel free. No, I just finished talking with one of the typewriter features here. Their Tom Hanks typewriter is here today.
Aaron. Did you
And
meet
yeah,
Aaron?
well, no, not Aaron. I did not remember his name. He's down here. He writes poems and does like digital art of typewriters. And actually, the typewriter room is just around the corner, and it says "Please play with typewriters." And I think that's where Aaron is. If you guys want to go and talk with him, yeah.
And then we also have, if you want to say hello, this is my friend Jude, who knows
Hey
a lot about
Jude, let's go in the light so that way people can see your face. But first, let's see the shirt that you got.
Oh yeah, I just got one. But like when you're looking for vintage stuff, it's always hard to find a good deal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
$20.
I love the
Oh.
It's
material.
got, if you look, the
Kind of
pointed
has like
collar,
desert.
Yeah. Oh, the pointed collar.
which is vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
May make an appearance in the film.
Right.
We're not sure yet, but
Ah.
I love the
Very
color.
fun.
collecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very desert.
I love
Yes.
that the colors back then weren't crazy bright, like cheap fluorescent colors.
Yeah.
They were like made with natural.
Right.
Yes.
So
And
you know,
it's
they're
gonna
going to be a little
last,
bit
yeah.
more, what's the word, like
Make
matte.
a little muted.
More muted and
Yeah.
matte.
Muted,
Totally.
yeah.
For sure.
Still beautiful.
Fantastic.
Typewriter.
Hi, Foxy.
Jude, and he came
Hi, Jude.
here. He is a friend of mine that we bonded a little bit over music, and he's a music major.
We just,
And
you can just stand there, guys. Right there. And Daniel's just gonna walk away. This is your interview. Awesome. All right. So why is Jude important?
Why are you here? Well,
other than the fact that you are in a Beatles song, obviously. So,
Well, you happen to know a lot about the Beatles.
well, you have to. Your name's Jude.
Yeah. Do you want to share anything about the Beatles? What's your favorite song? Yeah, we can just go over that right after we're done.
I don't know if I would pick Hey Jude.
Yeah.
No, too overplayed for you.
Personal. It's too personal.
It's too up.
Oh, favorite Beatles song? Favorite Beatles.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite? Like, what do you find since your music major? What song in the Beatles really stands out in its musicality? And why?
Whenever they do the octaves, but it's like backwards, a day in the life, and it's like John and Paul, and half of it's very John and half of it's very Paul.
It changes halfway through.
Oh,
It's like in the beginning, it starts very like dramatic, kind of slow, and then it picks up.
And the one that freaks me out is number 9.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, number 9. Number 9.
Or the one that Ringo sings. What's the one that Ringo sings?
Ringo sings on the first track. Well, he sings on many songs, but the song I'm thinking of that I like from Ringo is the first track on Sgt. Pepper's. Can't think of the name.
This is some real expertise.
Well, let's walk and talk, and as we come up with different ideas
Yes.
and stuff like that, we'll throw you in there with some fun music facts. I want to see the typewriters.
Yeah, they're right this way.
All the signs typewriters.
Yes. So, like, even, like, you little follow the typewriters vibe. Awesome. Hi.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Feel free to come inside. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hey. Oh my gosh.
This is your place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Aaron.
This is Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
We're live right now for our Four Widows film, which is set in the 1970s.
Hi.
We just finished talking with the typewriter artist that's out there.
Yeah,
Brian.
Yeah,
And I went in a little bit and explored and showed a little bit of what's inside, but I'm sure that you have some more interesting stories about these typewriters that are inside here. So
Yeah,
please feel free.
Feel free to come inside. Everybody. But yeah, any questions you like to ask? These are all original machines.
Uh-huh.
Everything here is manual typewriters. They're all original from turn of the century all the way up until like the 1970s.
Okay.
Yeah, all our machines work. I do sales, repairs, rentals.
I like that you have a repairman shirt
I
too.
do have a repairman
Yes.
shirt on, yeah. And yeah, that's kind of what we're about.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different fun, interesting machines.
Do you have a favorite machine?
Yeah, I have the Olympia.
Okay.
I have one typewriter that I own. It's this one here, actually.
Okay. Why is this one your favorite?
It just types really well. Just they're fun. It's the Olympia SM3. It's a very strong, just typer made in Germany.
I like this green one. Is it like part of the case kind of?
Yeah, no, the case is just sitting on top
Oh,
of the case.
okay.
Yeah. All typewriters have a case. So. But yeah, this is that one's also made in Germany. It's a Kleebreg, Groma Kleebreg. One of the most streamlined typewriters we have. But
I see something a little out of place in here is these tiny cameras.
yeah. Yeah.
Why are those here? Are they just adding atmosphere
They're
or
just there for fun, yeah.
fantastic?
I figured, I don't know, they're creative. I love design. This was just an empty room.
Yeah.
And then I put everything in it. So, yeah, I love just building things and making things and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, the cameras are just kind of random.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but I get new stuff in all the time. So it's just kind of what I have in right now.
So typewriters aren't really a common thing that a lot of people know how to use. Like, we understand how the basic thing is, but it's not like there's... I mean, I don't know how to load it with ink or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if someone was like, oh my god, I really want a typewriter,
Yeah.
and they want to actually use it, what would they actually have to do to write something?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, typewriters, the nice thing about typewriters is that they just have an alphabet. So it's
Right.
like, they do one thing, they transcribe your thoughts. And so they can't get online, you can't get online with it, you can't really get distracted with it. There's no spell check, there's no delete. So really, when you get a typewriter, The only thing that you need to make sure you have is ribbon. So this is the ribbon here.
Okay.
This is what holds the ink.
Okay.
And they still make it today, so you're able to get it, which is cool.
Okay.
But that's really the only thing. Once you do that, then it's all ready to go. It's set, and you know, that's if it's a working typewriter, if it's all aligned and everything's good.
How exactly does the ribbon hold the ink?
Yeah,
It looks a
it's-
little bit like we just saw the VHSs, so it looks like you would just like wind it like a VHS.
Kind of, in a way,
Okay.
yeah. So when you type, the ribbon here is actually moving along the keyboard here, or the platen.
Okay.
And if you see how it's spinning, so that ribbon's from here going on to here.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just essentially stamping into the paper. So you're just making an imprint into the paper. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Okay, so it's on there and
Yeah,
it hits
so-
on the ribbon.
Exactly. So this is
Okay.
called a ribbon vibrator. When you hit the key, it goes up, it lifts this vibrator, ribbon vibrator,
Okay.
and that holds the ink and it stamps into the paper.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's
Thank
how
you.
it works.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Did you say the 1970s typewriter in here? I'm just curious.
I do have some
I'm
70s.
just curious what.
Yeah, I mean, they're not as nice looking as the like early ones. So this would be like a 70s.
70s.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting how they change. Oh, and then that one up at the very, very front. We were guessing what year it was. Do you know?
That was like a late 40s.
So
Yeah.
she guessed 1909.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
The oldest one we have is probably like this Oliver here.
Okay.
From
Oh my god, this is
1915.
so cute. Look at this.
This one they
You
just
have to
sold
see
here.
this.
That one.
This one here?
Mhm,
1915.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the. You know what it reminds me of that movie Three Amigos?
Yeah, that's
It's like
actually
typing.
that's funny. That's in the movie Theory. Not that one. But that model is in
Yeah.
is in 3D.
The one where he's like trying to cut it down for
Mhm.
the telegram.
Yeah, that's the typewriter
Which
they
is
use
the
in
premise
the
of the
movie.
whole
Yeah.
movie.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
So this is where you're at like all the time, right?
A lot of times, yeah. So this is like my shop, and then
Okay.
I put on the event tonight. With,
Yeah, no, that's great. There's like
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Yeah. You have a lot of great people here tonight. So
Thank you. Yeah. So if anybody's out there from LA, please come on down. It goes till 11 tonight. So.
yeah. Where can they find you online and in person? or-
Typewriter Connections. Typewriter Connection at Typewriter Connection on Instagram. Typewriterconnection.com. That's my website. And yeah, I do everything typewriter here in Los Angeles. So yeah.
Fantastic.
It's really cool.
there's a bunch of cool collabs too, like the Be Kind.
Be Kind video.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then what was that? They had the film art. Like,
yeah, the
so
film resin.
Yeah,
film.
yeah, that's really cool.
There's those
Yeah.
guys. And,
You
yeah, a lot
gotta
of really
preserve
cool.
that before it disappears.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think a lot of people know that old film
It
disintegrates.
disappears, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't save it and preserve it, it's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
just fall apart.
Yeah. Oh, hi Foxy.
We lost a lot of
This
old
is
movies
Daniel's
that way.
That's true,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's also highly flammable.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that is also true.
fantastic.
Yeah, you're really cool.
Fantastic.
It's awesome. Did you get a chance to
It maintains. Yeah, it's very like. It's just, you know, I wanted to have people have a nice experience when they come in and just not just like random machines everywhere. It's like
Yeah.
trying to create. An
No, you've
atmosphere.
definitely set an atmosphere, like the paper on the ceiling and
And I don't know if you can hear it through the phone, but it's got really cool music. It sounds like it's coming through a gramophone.
Yeah?
Right? Yeah.
let's see where it's somewhere over here.
Oh, there it is.
Walking out
I
here.
feel like I'm in Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Just need it for 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
We're gonna
have
explore
fun,
the
you
rest of
guys.
it
Yeah.
and have a great time.
Thank you guys.
Hey.
Come back to Jude. Do you think of any more Beatles facts for us? Who's your favorite artist from the 70s? Or that played music in the 70s?
I like the Carpenters.
The Carpenters. All right.
I mean, Carpenters.
Why?
They have melancholy feel. They just my personal impression of the 70s is what the Carpenters' music sounds like.
Okay.
Um,
What is your impression of the 70s?
Dreamy,
Dreamy.
a hint of melancholy,
Okay.
but if you listen to Karen Carpenter's songwriting, you don't listen to
I think there's a balance of darkness and light in all of the writing there. You know, you listen to her words.
Yeah.
It deals with the real stuff, but it gives you hope. Right?
Okay.
Melancholy. That's what I think. I love the Carpenters.
Yeah?
Favorite Carpenter song. Just pick one.
Superstar. Okay. Alrighty.
That's what we are tonight. Superstar.
Superstars. Alrighty. I want to see if we can talk with our film resin guy. I was pretty busy earlier. Hi. Hi. So we're with Four Widows, which is a film that we are producing and researching for, which is set in the 1970s.
Awesome.
And the fact that you have all of these beautiful films here, and we would love to know how you got into this. Any significant 1970s films you got somewhere hidden?
Well,
And tell us a little bit
so
about
many
your
questions.
company.
No, I love
and,
it. I love that you guys are making movies. So, yeah, I'm a working cinematographer,
Fantastic.
and I'm also from Rochester, New York. Do you know about Rochester?
I know about New York.
Kodak.
Oh, very nice.
So
Okay.
all this film, 90% of it says Eastman on the sides, and it has these edge codes.
Uh-huh.
So it ran off the assembly lines of our hometown.
Right.
Very cool.
Right.
Then I came to LA and became a cameraman
Okay.
in the last writer's strike in 2007.
All right.
And this funny little digital camera called Red Digital Cinema started up.
Okay.
I started working with their cameras, and I got in the union because
I noticed you have a red
I have a
camera
red
here.
right next to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tell us, you have an Ari over
it's
here
an
as well?
Area 435, absolutely, 1,000-foot neck.
Okay.
That thing, 1,000 feet.
Okay.
You roll it for 12 minutes straight.
Oh, wow.
Only 12 minutes. That's how much a 1,000 foot.
You had to think about how you were going to make those cuts if you wanted a long.
It was a big deal.
shot.
That's
Yeah.
when filmmaking's a lot different now. Everyone's like, just let it roll.
I went to school on real film, so yeah, it's like I try to
Cut it,
explain how important it is to understand that it's a whole other skill level.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
I'm in on that secret.
But so how about this? So we have Torn Curtain. This is a 70s movie. This is Alfred Hitchcock later in his career. This is post-Psycho, so it's kind of a big deal. He has his TV show at this point.
Right.
And it's Paul Newman and Julie Andrews. This is her post-Mary Poppins. And so
Oh, okay.
if you see how the print has like a lushness to it, that's called Technicolor.
Okay.
It's a type of processing of film.
Okay.
It's more expensive, but it's higher quality.
Okay.
Lasts longer.
Okay.
Versus this old Beatles print of the Magical Mystery Tour.
Okay.
That magentine you see.
Yeah.
It's a different type of. It was called Eastman print, Eastman color.
Okay.
It didn't hold color as long. It faded fast.
Okay.
It's also cheaper to do. So imagine like what we're dealing with now with producers, how they want to make everything for cheap.
Yeah.
So you'd have a cheap ass producer that was like, oh, no one's gonna want it in like a decade anyway.
Right.
Versus the Technicolor.
Yeah.
And that's still holding. So
Yeah.
so eat your P's and carrots, everybody. Make sure you do the right thing.
Yeah.
Spend the money right. Good things ain't cheap. Cheap things ain't cheap.
Yes.
Quality, like stuff.
So, anyways, 70s movies. Though. I mean, look, we got a cool Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, there we go.
How you folks doing?
And it's got the magenta that you just talked
That has
about.
that too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, from a standpoint of art, it kind of adds to the gist.
Right,
and
right.
To it.
Yeah.
But we're in the business of this is a real preservation. It's getting the film out of the auction. And by the way, what you're seeing, what is that thing? It's not from the light. It's the oxygen.
Okay.
The air, rather. The
Okay.
air's eating on the ink, so now that it's in the acrylic,
Yeah.
it shouldn't shift anything.
Right.
Okay.
But if it wasn't, it would start to disappear.
It would keep going.
Yeah.
We call it
Okay.
the Red Death, right?
Okay.
Red Death, okay.
Yeah, and so with film, there's preservation and restoration often get lumped together
Okay.
when it comes to film archiving and stuff.
Yeah.
We're like basically the first comprehensive preservation only. We're not restoring them. Because once they're in there, they're in there.
Right.
But
Right.
it's basically a pure mummification of the film.
And this is so cool that you are preserving it because it's not well known, and as we get older with generation, like I'm sure a Gen Alpha coming in here would be like, "What's that?"
No,
Or kind
exactly.
of, yeah. So this is really going back to the roots of film, which honestly hasn't been. We're only coming up on 100 years, like 1930s.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very
it's
Yeah.
still pretty new.
Silent film.
Yeah,
We
and-
go back 100 years from today.
Yeah.
Segue. This is the oldest film I have.
This is-
Charlie Chaplin, 1914.
Charlie.
Oh my God.
It's a
Charlie
silent film, right? So, like,
1914.
2 years after the Titanic sank, this was shot.
Oh my God.
So,
So-
this is very special.
That should
Yeah.
be in a museum.
This should be.
That should
Why
be-
isn't it in a museum?
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're filling a hole in the spectrum of film preservative.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and me are literally filling that gap.
Fantastic.
So when people own these things, you are essentially you're participating in the preservation.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you buy that, it is a museum piece, but now you're the curator of it.
Fantastic.
So it's up to you to do it.
If you understand the value of just like the history of it,
Yeah.
holding on to something this long that normally would disappear,
Yeah.
you can feel the energy like when you pick it up.
Yeah.
It's very special. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people that understand and respect film, this is very, very special.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, connection.
Yes. That's absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Especially for artists who were creating the industry back then.
Yeah.
You know, like they didn't know. It was the beginning. It was uncharted
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah.
1914.
Yeah.
Is that what we said, right? 1914? Yeah.
But yeah,
A
it's-
long time.
it's
I
not
mean,
like
when was the
the-
car? When was the car, like, the car starting to drive all over? When was the...
What do you
the
mean?
Fords and
Oh, the
stuff?
Model Ts and
Model
stuff?
Ts, wasn't that more like in the 20s?
That's the early 20s.
Early, so this
Wow.
is before cars.
Wow.
Before
Oh, yeah.
cars. Like,
Yeah.
I just need to point this out to people who don't really, like, understand.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
really,
Before cars.
This
it's really
right
cool.
here.
Like,
No, 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 no.
automobiles.
That's what I mean. Like, you have
know.
to really
Like
Yeah.
in general,
explain
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This is before automobiles were on the road.
So
I just think that's cool. You guys are really tying in. This is an exciting conversation for me too.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It all ties in with each other, right?
It
So, like,
does.
so this is nitrate film.
Okay.
The rest of this is polyester, right? So the
Okay.
thing with automobiles as it runs on oil, gas, right?
Right. Right.
All this was nitrate. People don't realize nitrate film, if you grind it up into a dust, that's gunpowder.
Right,
Oh.
that's why the
That's why
movie
it blows
theaters
up in the theaters and the
would
thing.
have fires.
So it's
Oh.
an issue, right?
I did not know that.
That's why-
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah, the movie theaters would burn down. They just go up in flames from the heat.
Oh, okay. Now I
If
really
it's
am
one
understanding.
spark, and the rest it's explosive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so and even like the machines to run it is probably like overheating
Well,
and
you're like, wait, there's a really hot bulb. Like,
yeah.
next to it, but if you
And
do it right-
that explains why things would burn up too. Like you see the tearing and stuff
And
too.
to tie it in, that's why you had to have a projectionist, and the projection union was as big of a like I'm in the cinematography union
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in town, in local 600 IATSE, right?
Fantastic.
There was a projection union as well, and these guys knew their shit. Right?
Uh-huh.
They really knew what to do
Yeah,
to
you're
prevent it from
responsible.
not burning.
Yeah.
You're
the place down.
responsible
Yeah.
for a theater.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just like a pilot. You just
Uh-huh.
don't put anyone in the seat. You
Yeah.
have to kind of train them, and they know how to do stuff, and you can fly safely.
Right.
Same
right.
thing. So to tie it into cars and stuff, oil, polyester was invented, gasoline was invented, and so everything shifted over to polyester.
Okay.
And then the government actually mandated, and a lot of these say it on it, on the side it says safety. The
Oh,
government
okay.
actually mandated you have to write the word safety on film to let people know that you don't have flammable stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my
Probably a
goodness.
good idea.
Probably. Wow.
I mean, I could talk to you guys all day.
Well, tell us a little bit about who you are, what this company is, and you guys are husband and wife. So please, so we don't even have your guys' name on record. So please tell us a little bit more about you guys.
I'm Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Jesse.
Jesse. Alrighty. And what is your company called, and where can they find you online or in person?
JM Film Resins. You can find us at JM Film Resins on Instagram or Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what else I've told them so far.
We've just been talking
doing a
film.
lot of stuff and
Yeah.
tying a lot of history stuff together.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
For us, we're from Rochester, New York, home of Kodak.
Yeah.
This is mostly Kodak film, and we're filming this out here, so we're just preserving it because we love it.
So anyway, this is a Kodak commercial
Okay.
introducing a new film stock from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I love these colors here. Is that someone doing a cartwheel?
Yeah, and the whole point of the commercial is to show off its color and depth.
Yeah.
So that's why it has like this abstractness to it, which is kind of cool. It's not really story driven. It's just pure exhibition photography. Versus, you know, like Singing in the Rain. You know, you're gonna want a shot of Debbie Reynolds, or Gene Kelly. You know what I'm talking about. This is just like color, show off the film, what it can do, and then.
And a lot of it, what you saw is what you got in a way. Like everybody always added special effects like filters. I mean, there were filters on the camera.
I know exactly what you mean.
But not like after the fact unless you paid a lot of money. Like, you had to know how to do it.
Yeah. It ain't there.
Yeah, because that was so much more money.
Oh,
like now on the phones, I mean, it's amazing. Like,
overlays. And look, digital is here. It's real. It's here for a reason. It's a convenience.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a shift in mentality, and that's one of the reasons why the industry is kind of in a rut right now, is because everything is so easy. There's no real technique anymore. Now, obviously, that's a debatable well we could all go down, but you know, strikes, they happen, and revolutions happen. Blah blah blah.
Well, you have to fight to keep the quality there. Like even with all the technology, we still need this. And we can't forget it. So
this is a reminder. This is a big
well, there's so many reminders. I think these would be great gifts for people. It's a reminder.
Oh, no.
And it's like
We can do a cart. You can do.
Yeah, please give it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We need one more. Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic. We'll show that real quick.
I'd love to see your guys' film.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll tag you in this post. You'll be able to see yourself, and we will definitely we'll reach out to you guys. Thank you so much. And I will probably be back to shop personally for myself.
Yeah. Oh, just like so. What's the price range? Just so people
Most
are
of them are
$60.
Okay.
Chaplains.
Right.
Yeah.
That needs, like we said,
I
museum.
mean, even some things like the print, the negative, the Singing in the Rain, were in the 70s in a vault.
Yeah.
So the fact that we even have film from Singing in the
I
Rain.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already thinking of people, so
Oh my goodness.
I will
love.
be contacting you. Yeah.
This is a fantastic little thing here. This has the Technicolor on here. If you wouldn't mind picking it up so I can see it a bit more.
Let me put my stuff down so I can.
But like,
Sure, this is a big one, so I wanna.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use two.
Oh,
hands.
and then I see Toy Story over there. Okay. So.
That 20,000 Leagues we confirmed is the only 20,000 Leagues print outside of the Disney.
Oh wow.
Oh, this one?
Trying to see what's on it.
Did you ever see that? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
No, I did not.
We have so much to do.
We do. We really do.
You've been teaching me, she's been teaching me social media, and then I'm going to teach her old film stuff.
Yeah. So I see you also have Toy Story, and so that's not necessarily necessarily shot on film though.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me why the
It's
okay.
good. This is awesome. The reason why we have it because it's the first computer feature-length film, right?
Okay.
So these guys made a short film, won an Oscar. It's like this baby with a toy.
Yeah.
They won an Oscar. So then they're like, well, let's take the technology and make a narrative feature. And that narrative feature is Toy Story. And I mean, it's kind of a big deal because it was generated on a computer, but then went to print for theatrical release because at that point they didn't have digital projectors yet.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
No, totally.
Okay.
Each of these frames took like something like 3 days a frame to render back when they made this movie.
Wow.
You could render this movie out now with modern day RAM and computing in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
But to render a movie like this back in the 90s?
That's really special.
And not to mention like that kind of computer technology provides for like things like Jurassic Park. If you like when you go back and you see how they went through and made Jurassic Park and all of the dinosaurs even in it, and how they did do practicals, they did like puppets and things like that, but they did a lot of the stuff that they learned from Toy Story as well.
And it's all the software, like how you build a building, so you don't ever get rid of those when you construct like a thing in the computer. You save that data.
Yeah.
And then you keep adding to it until finally it got to the point where it got so photo-real. They brought the filmmakers in.
Yeah.
I know some of the filmmakers from Jurassic Park. And we talked to them. They were like, we from the get-go were like, in camera, there's no way. And then they said, just come here, let me show you something. Someone hit the space bar on a computer. And literally after that, Steven Spielberg walked out of there. He said, they finally did it.
Fantastic.
They finally got it there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and it holds up.
Yeah.
Look at that. I just watched that movie the other day. And you're just
Fantastic.
Like, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it still holds up. It holds up better than today's CGI animals
Yeah.
sometimes.
No, today's CGI is going to be a lot of things are really interesting because it was a race to make everything look good.
Yeah.
And then now everything now is basically
It's too real?
We're in a it's good enough mentality. Filmmaking used to be an elevation thing to top the next
Yeah.
one and elevate.
Okay.
Now we're in this weird like everything's about like it's good enough.
Yeah.
It's
So
just a
as we
weird thing.
continue to film make, one, we've learned pay for good quality things, for like the Technicolor and stuff like that, so it preserves and lasts, but also to elevate and to build upon what we've already learned so we can evolve and improve,
I
right?
agree with that. I mean, there's always going to be ups and downs to everything.
Of course,
you know,
of course.
These guys that were making bigger and bigger movies,
Yeah.
their personal lives kind of sucked.
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? But
There's a
these
reason-
guys made movies that just were
Good.
amazing and nuts, you know.
Yeah.
And it's finding that fine line of are you brilliant or are you mad?
Oh, yeah.
Where nowadays it's like it's a little bit more. Like I said, it all has its goods and bads.
Right, right.
Anyways, that's my take on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for chatting with
guys
us.
are cool.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork
This is my
Orange.
favorite film for so many years.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's a rare film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, so many people be jealous I'm actually holding this right now. So they're
Oh my goodness. Fantastic. No, this is phenomenal. Oh my
People
gosh.
come here with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
This is my Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah, this is the thing I grew up on and loved. Oh my god. This is so good that you guys do it front and back so you can see both sides. You see how,
We
yeah.
call it the float, so we want it to sit in there, you know?
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And we don't do certificates of authenticity. We do a little inscription on the bottom and really just let the film be what
What it is.
It speaks
Yeah.
for itself.
It's
Yeah.
really just, it's a document, you know?
Folks are doing a great job of focusing on these. Oh my goodness. Is that... Oh my gosh, we got sesame. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of friends who would love these.
Here, like, see how it says safety right there?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That goes with
that's a big deal because, yeah, in the early days of film, people were actually it was actually hurting the industry because it was like, think about like a recalled car.
Yeah.
Like, you put hundreds of thousands of cars out there and there's a faulty thing, like
Yeah.
it's kind of, it's bigger than just the product. It creates a stigma for the industry.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
once polyester came in, it was just as tough and durable, and it wasn't flammable the way this stuff is, the way
Right.
nitrate film is. So it's kind of a big deal. That was a big deal for film.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Alrighty, I think. Awesome. I think we gotta wrap it up now. We're almost at an hour. So. Hi, Foxy!
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 I love events that let dogs in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they do this again, you guys, anyone who's watching needs to come. This is such a special moment. It's such a great experience.
Yes.
Especially if you love film.
No, yeah, I'm filming you. Yeah, I'm filming you. Alrighty, so we are almost at our hour. We've talked to a lot of great people tonight. We've learned a lot about typewriters. We've learned a lot about film and clothing, and this is really coming together, guys. So Danielle got a shirt, and this all goes in hand with our film, which we are starting our campaign funds June 1st. Yeah. Here. We'll do it all here.
Okay.
You guys?
Yeah, June 1st. June 1st.
I don't know. I'm not long enough. Oh, here. You can hold this.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll back up a little bit. Okay. So, June 1st, you can help fund the Four Widows, which is set in the 1970s, which is why we are here tonight. And that will be available on a link in our bio, so you can go check that out with Hourglass 24. Anything else to end it on?
No, just appreciate all the old movies that are still in existence. Watch an old movie tonight.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys.
guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one.
Here, let me take a